So for the spirit of Halloween, I thought it would be pretty fun just to rank the cards that I would find the scariest. Now, this can be a combination of what they look like, what they represent, gameplay. Just if I think the card's kind of scary, it's going on this list. And I tried to underrepresent monsters just because the monsters faction, by its nature, is going to have a lot of these cards in it. But we're just going to try and underrepresent the monsters here. I had a whole bunch more I wanted to put on, but there's a limit to the file size. So this is what we're going with. Let's just begin. So let's just start off. Ruckus Queen. She's one of these two. She's not terrible, but I don't really like the idea of her spawning a bunch of drones. Artis isn't like the whole Svalbard Bear Abomination thing is kind of. Speaking of him, let's throw Bear Abomination up here too. I think Bear Abomination is scarier than Artis, but we can't really change these in the row. So these guys, I don't really like them that much. I think a Bear Abomination in particular would be terrifying, but he turns into one. Same thing for like the other guys. Azar. Let's see. Azar. Yeah, Azar's pretty scary, let's be honest here. Yeah, he is. I think so. And we have the Bloody Effigy. I mean, it's just a little effigy, but it's a bleeding effigy. I don't really like that. Put on here. Now, Blightmaker is interesting. So, Blightmaker is kind of scary because his whole point is he's bringing the disease with him, and that is a terrifying thought. But then again, he's just bringing it. We'll put him down here for Blightmaker. Just a little bit unsettling. And then we have the Blood Eagle. Now, historical veracity aside of the Blood Eagle from the Vikings, which is debatable, although you can make arguments both ways, would really rather not have that. So let's put that here. It's not as bad as some of these other things, but I still would rather, not have that. I definitely wouldn't really want to see one. But let's put there. Chimera. I think I'll put Chimera. Kind of similar to Bear Abomination. Throw them in this tier. Now this one might surprise you, but we have Confession Extractor here. Really just not a fan of these special torture implements. Really is not a fan. So that's actually going in the top tier. Really would not like to see that one. Maybe in a museum, okay, but outside of that, no, definitely not. Like most of these guys will just try and eat you or something. This is much worse. And then we have the Cursed Damsel. I'm not a fan of the whole scissors thing. So just because of that, might actually, I think we'll put her up here. I'm just not a fan of someone trying to kill me with a pair of scissors. Not a great idea. Delof's pretty bad. Pretty scary to put him here. Dire Mutated Hound. Now, this might be somewhat of a surprise. I don't really like dogs, and this is a super scary dog that's going to try and kill you, so it's going up pretty high. Below this. Drog, holding Drog back from being higher on this list is the fact that I think he looks awesome. So we're just going to put him down here. Conceptually, it's pretty scary, and all the Revenants are pretty scary too, but I just think Drog looks awesome. That kind of holds him back from being too high on this list. As far as the Andregas, I don't really mind the big ones that much. Not a fan of the larvas, though. So we're going to drop them in this tier. Frightener is massive, but he's also dormant. So that's going to hold it back a little bit. Although once he wakes up, that's Frightener Awakens pretty scary. He is really big. But as he's really big, I don't know if it can chase you that effectively. So we'll leave him down here. And I've got two pretty similar ones. We have Gurnicora straight up here. Not a fan of Gurnicora. Gurnicora would definitely not like to run into. Yeah. Isgeth and all that stuff is pretty terrifying. Glusty Warp. So I think we'll put Glusty Warp. It's underwater. I don't know if we can put Glusty Warp much lower than Gurnicora. It goes pretty similarly. Although it's definitely lower than Gurnicora. But I won't drop it a whole tier lower. I think we'll just leave it here. Kikimor Queen. I mean, I don't really mind the insectoids that much. I think we'll put it along with the Andrega Queen. I think that makes sense. Next up, we have Koshei. This is our first one that's going to be at least somewhat influenced by its actual gameplay mechanics as well. Because Crochet's pretty terrifying for thinking about it. Another thing is you can't kill a Crochet. It's kind of scary when the opponent plays it. Still, though, I think we'll put it here in the front of these three. These three are pretty similar, in my opinion, at least. We've got Mamuna. So Mamuna, I'm just not a fan of whatever teleporting portal thing she's got there going on. So she's gonna go right up here, like that, like that. Just not a fan of this. Whatever this portal is that she's opening there, I am not a fan. Next up, we have Morkvarg. So Morkvarg honestly would be extremely terrifying. However, I don't think I'd put him... What I'd rather see is something around here. I think I would rather see Azar than Morkvarg. So we're going to put it like this. Although the Scarabs make this questionable. I like this ranking, though. Feel free, by the way, to tell me what you think the scariest cards are, because I'm curious to know. Morva, again, the same thing with the Drog problem here, where I think Morva just looks really cool. I like the design of the Fiends, so that kind of holds it back here. And then we've got some more Hounds. Like I said, not the biggest fan of scary dogs, so we're gonna put this. It's got to be up here somewhere. It's not quite as bad as the Dire Mutated Hound, but there's more than one of them, which is the thing here. I think we'll put it here. I think we'll go here. Just not a big fan of the mutated hounds chasing after you. And there's more than one, so we'll put it ahead of the Dire one, even though the Dire one's probably objectively worse. And I don't think, looking at the rest of the list here, I don't think we're gonna have anything really beating this. So we're just going to put Parasite straight to the top of the list. Reason why is, have you seen the Parasite's premium artwork? Yeah, that's right up here. And unlike the rest of these, this one's probably not going to kill you. At least not right away. So yeah, Parasite, top of the list. We'll revisit that. But I think this is going to be where it's going to stay. Penitent. It's not too bad. I think... right around here, I think. I think up the Blood Eagle up one above it, just because it's got more real life history to it. We got the Philippe Van Morlehelm. This is kind of for all the Van Morlehelms. I don't find vampires that terrifying, but then again, there does have the whole estate. I think we'll put them down here. They'll be like right below Penitent, like this. And then we have the Plague Maiden. So, Plague Maiden brings all her rats trying to spread diseases to kill everybody. That is terrifying. way up here. And she's pretty terrifying how she looks too. So I think we're going to put her up in this top tier. Then we have Renfrey. This is... I have a feeling a lot of this is gameplay related. But when I see Renfrey, not a fan. Kind of scary. Now, as far as the books and such, she's not that bad, but her gang's worse as far as the books go, from what I can recall. But just because of in the game, especially because when she was released, this is like on release, you'd see her, you'd just be like terrified. But she's been nerfed since then. She's still probably best deck, so I think we can't say she's not. And she's the curse. I think we'll put her down here. Like, she can't be that high, but I'm not putting her in this bottom tier, because when I see her on free, I still get a little nervous. Being honest. Rotfiend. Put him up here. I think above Chimera, but below Bear Abomination. Rotfiend's not terrible. Definitely would not like to see one, though. Sheetrel. Again, I don't like the idea of the Sheetrel cooking and eating people, so be a little higher. Not above the Hounds, though. I think I like this spot. Make some adjustments once we finish putting everything out here. She Who Knows, this kind of includes all the Crones. They're not terrible. Probably like this. Sir Scratchalot. Now, a lot of Sir Scratchalot being scary is from the gameplay of Sir Scratchalot. I say gameplay with quotation marks, but I don't think I put him too high, though. It's a cat. It's a cat. Then we have the Svalbard Totem. So the totem, claiming all of its victims. It's still just a totem, so it won't be as high as like Artis or Bear Abomination. I think we'll put it down here below Renfree. Probably above Renfree, actually. Yeah. Then we have the Brute. This kind of includes most of the Witch Hunters. So I would think probably, I'd say below Felipe, below this, below this. It's going to be this tier. Probably here. Drop them here, a little scary. They are. I'm trying to rank them within the actual tiers too, a little bit at least. Eternal Eclipse. This is here because of all these cultists and all their sacrifices. Not a fan. Actually, gonna put that pretty high up here. Probably right above Detlef. I don't really like this idea. Eclipse. Now another scenario here is the Haunted Manor. Put it right down the bottom. It's unsettling, but you don't have to go in the Haunted Manor. You can just stay outside. Be a little creepy to look at, though. Actually, probably put above Sir Scratch-a-Lot. Just because Sir Scratch-a-Lot is a cat, and I like cats. We got Toad Prince. Toad Prince, honestly, Toad Prince is pretty scary. Not going to lie. So we'll just toss him up here, below the dogs, but probably above you, like that. Then we have Ulfodin. We could have included Werewolf, but as to say, this is far worse. Ulfodin is going to suffer here for a reason a lot of these do at the bottom tier. So I just think Ulfodin's kind of awesome, so he's not going to get ranked that high. But if we were to rank him, I think, yeah, it's just my personal objective opinion. He's going to be above these guys. Nah, we're putting him. He's going up a tier, up here. Right there. I like that better. Even if he's awesome, Ulfodin is terrifying. Unseen Elder. Unseen Elder's going to be pretty high. This kind of includes a lot of the vampires. Like I said, I don't think the vampires are that scary in general. So he's not going to go too high, but I think we'll put him at least in this list. Probably above these two, if we're honest. And then the Vi. So, Vi is kind of terrifying. Especially if you're playing the game and don't have an answer to him, but I think we'll put him up here. The Vi's scary, but huge too. Probably above the She-Troll. Something like this. Then we got the Vipper. So Vipper is gonna suffer again just because I like snakes. Snakes are cool. So it's going down here. Above this though. And now we have our two last choices. We have Junior and Freak Show. Junior is going right here. And he's being joined by Freak Show. These guys are pretty terrifying, if I'm being honest. Just because these are like the monsters are like whatever, they're monsters. That's how they are. These guys they choose to be like this, which makes them scarier, in my opinion, than most of this stuff. Now let's just review the list real quick. Let me know what you guys think. What cards did I leave off? I left off a bunch because there was a image limit I could put on here. But let's take a look here and see if I want to change anything. Parasite and Plague Mania are definitely my top two. That's not going to change. These guys, Grinicore. I think we'll just move these over. I like this better, I think. I think this is good for the top tier. Is everything in this tier fine? Okay, we're being truthful here. I would really find these dogs terrifying. We're putting them up higher. We're gonna be truthful about that. These things would terrify me more than everything else on this list, as this is more supernatural, which means that I'd find it more interesting. This would just be scary. This all seems fine. I'll probably put Scissor Lady below the bottom list, though. Yeah, this is pretty good. This tier, we're looking pretty good. I think Bear Abomination should move up. Probably even above the Eclipse. I don't like the half bear thing going berserk. I'll put Archers with them, too. This looks pretty good. Delef's terrifying, but The thing with Detlef is he's also a little bit sympathetic somewhat. So that's here. Oh, and a brief random shout out to Woodland Spirit not being on this list, because Woodland Spirit from Monster Hunter had to do that hunt several times, and means I just kind of like Woodland Spirit. So that's this list. Got this tier. I think this tier is pretty good, actually. Talked about this one before. And yeah, I think this is the tier list. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think are the scariest cards in the game? And yeah, let me know.